Canon f100mm f/2.8 macro USM EOS camera lens with accessory bundle. Canon Authorized Dealer includes USA manufacturer's warranty 100mm macro USM lens with f/2.8 maximum aperture / ultrasonic monitor, secondary diaphragm, blocks stray light at f/2.8 for increased contrast, 3-group floating system for exceptional close-up performance / full-time manual focu, includes Canon 100mm f/2.8 FUSM 1:1 life-size macro lens, 10 lens pouch, 58mm 3-piece filter kit, UV-CPL-FLD, lens cap keeper, microfiber cleaning cloth. The hobbyist, photography enthusiast and even the professional might be thinking, I already have a nice medium zoom lens, telephoto zoom lens, of course my kit lens, what is next? Well, see, Canon has answered that question with macro photography. The Canon f100mm f/2.8 macro USM offers autofocus for macro photography up to life-size 1x magnification. Canon has gone above and beyond by using the inner focusing ring type USMC, affording a working distance of 5.9 inches. 149mm, at 1x. Power of macrobraing small things into full-sized view with the Canon f100mm macro USM lens. Macro lenses can uncover detail that would be impossible to detect by the eye and give new perspective to extremely minute subjects such as insects or the petals of a small flower, and this lens is no exception. The lens offers such features as a 3-group floating system for exceptional close-up performance, a secondary diaphragm that blocks stray light at f/2.8c, which increases contrast when shooting wide open, a ultrasonic monitor, USM, that provides outstanding autofocusing speed at all focusing distances, a wide manual focusing ring with smooth action, and full-time manual focus even in AF mode. The first lens in its class to feature inner focusing, the lens carries a 1-year warranty. Bundle includes Canon 100mm f/2.8 FUSM 1:1 life-size macro lens, 10 deluxe SLR lens pouch case, 58mm 3-piece filter kit, UV-CPL-FLD, focus lens cap keeper, focus microfiber cleaning cloth, BR. This is by far one of the sharpest lenses on the market, even holding its own against the most expensive glass by Canon, Nikon and even Zeiss, which Nikon and Zeiss owners will foam at the mouth at hearing, but the results of shooting with this lens don't lie. It's also one of the most versatile since it's a true macro lens which does double and even triple duty as an incredible portrait lens and fast medium telephoto. The L version of this, which costs twice as much, really only brings optical image stabilization to the table, but its overall sharpness in practice no better than this regular lens. All sock lens flare is so well controlled by this lens design that you can save your money on a lens hood. It has a second diaphragm in it that makes it nearly impossible to get flare without actually trying TOC, in which case you might be disappointed since it really is hard to get flare even intentionally. This is an impressive feat of engineering on Canon's part. It's also very fast to focus when the limiter switch is set to keep it out of the macro range. See, even when the limiter is turned off, it doesn't tend to hunt for focus except in low light or at extremely close distances. For low light, turn the focus limiter on and you should have no problems. And if you're shooting macro, it's best to manually focus for focu anyway. And again, I can't rave enough about how sharp this lens is. From edge to edge, details are tack sharp and there's very little chromatic aberration. In fact, I don't think I've ever used another lens that had such well-controlled color fringing even wide open at f/2.8. Vignetting, though noticeable when the aperture is left wide open, isn't as bad as other lenses such as the 85mm f/1.8. Considerably more noticeable, but actually rather nice for portraits, which is what that lens is geared toward. On a full-frame sensor, or on 35mm film, it can give 1:1 reproduction, which means objects you shoot at its closest focusing distance will be the same size on the sensor that they are in real life. Imagine how much detail you could get in a print of a penny if its recorded image on film were the same size as the penny itself. That's how macro lenses capture so much detail in small objects that our naked eye wouldn't be able to see. On APS-C sensor cameras such as Rebel's the 60DC, 70DC, etc., it gives an effective reproduction of 2:1, that is 2x magnification. Since APS-C sensors are only about half the size of full frame. If you have a full-frame sensor and an APS-C sensor that both have the same resolution, you will have to crop the image from the APS-C sensor less than an image from a full-frame sensor to get the same overall apparent magnification. This will result in more detail in the APS-C sensor's image. I got a Rebel to use specifically for macro work for this very reason, saving my 5D for portraiture and landscapes. Finally, this lens build is just plain solid. It feels sturdy even with its plastic, though it's high quality plastic, barrel. It never ceases to feel great in your hand, no matter how many times you pick it up. I now find myself going back to my opening statement. This lens is incredible. Arguably one of the best all-around lenses ever created, and you'd be hard-pressed to argue that it's not. I never get bored with ITC, especially since macro photography opens up a whole new world. You'll be amazed at how exciting and interesting your backyard can be when you go on a safari in it with this lens. Throw in awesome portraits and great sports and other action shots and it's easy to justify its kind of hefty price. I am attaching a couple of portraits and macro shots I took with it.